I was really fortunate to go to a wonderful graduate program in counseling psychology at CIIS in San Francisco. The curriculum was excellent, the teachers were wonderful, and the cohort of people that I got to share the experience with continually inspired and supported me in so many ways. And I feel fortunate to still call many of them dear friends, and an even larger number that I peripherally follow and stay connected with because they're all doing such amazing things in the world. And one of those people is a man named Michael Glavin, who's now in Chicago, and he was and is a dear friend and colleague. We were classmates, but we also worked at the same transpersonal counseling center together. And so I was supportive and excited for him when he shared with us, a group of friends, that he was going to be starting a podcast. And I wouldn't have mattered the quality or the subject, but I would have been supportive. And I was also curious because I've thought about putting together a podcast from time to time, and I know that it takes a lot of work and skill and effort and technical abilities that I'm not sure I have nor want to have. And so I was curious how it would be. And I was just blown away when I started listening to Michael's podcast, because it's clear that he's put in the time and the effort, but also has the skills and the willingness to go into those technical abilities, that the quality of the presentation and the podcast is exceptional. And the subject is especially one that I'm excited about because it's on resilience. In fact, the title of the podcast is Resilience in Dark Times. So it speaks to a profound need and issue that we have right now. And Michael does an exceptional job of diving into not only the insights and the understandings of what is resilience, what creates the needs, what gets in the way, but then also practically what can people do about it. And so as someone who ventures and delves into resilience all the time, both in my traditional psychology work as well as with ecopsychology specifically, I've just been inspired and impressed and can't find anything to critique, and strongly recommend the podcast to anyone. And I was also really humbled and honored when he invited me to be on to speak about eco-psychology. And we've had a chance to share that with our community. And I hope you've taken a listen to it and let us know what you think. And now the chance is for us to reciprocate, to invite Michael to join our community, for him to share with us about resilience, and maybe in ways that our community hasn't already explored, and maybe some that will be repetitive. And I'm really looking forward to having him come on our next EcoPsych Inspirations program on Tuesday, June 16th, for him to share his experiences, his ideas and insights, as well as his suggestions for what we can do to cultivate more resilience, not only in our personal lives, but in our communities, socially, politically, environmentally, et cetera, because these are very much what he delves into with his podcast. And so I would be excited under any context or time period to invite Michael, but it's especially relevant because June, we're going to be focusing on how do we handle the shadow. Our second program in our Nature-Inspired Spirituality series is going to be at the end of the month on Thursday, June 25th, and it's going to be looking at the relationship between light and shadow. And so it feels very fitting and appropriate that Michael will be joining us a few weeks in advance of this to be talking about how do we cultivate resilience in dark times, because this is the call for us individually and as a people and as a planet, of how do we navigate what's really happening on our earth right now that's suffering and troublesome and worrying for the present and the future, and what can we do to take care of ourselves and take care of this planet and the people that we love. So I'm so excited to have Michael join us to be a part of this. I hope you'll come and attend with us. If you're interested, you can check out our website or reach out to us with more questions. Again, it's going to be on Tuesday, June 16th, and I'm really looking forward to this and having you all be a part of the conversation and the experience. So as always, be well. Nature knows the way.